Hey. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty decent. Better than some, not as good as others. Um, felt extra. Mm, give some love. So, I'm going to read a request for advice. Um, this is coming from Nikki Connors. Now, I can't guarantee I have the perfect answer. I can only guarantee I have the right answer. As always, when it comes to advice, my approach is ask questions, and the way you answer my question is going to influence what the best advice for you individually is. Now, obviously, reading some advice, questions, and then giving that advice, this is very disconnected. So, Nikki Connors from r/advice, I will give the best advice for the words you put on the screen. Best advice ever for others, because you'll hear the conversation and get that, and you'll ask yourself that question. And, well, how does that relate to me? And, okay, well, if I was in that situation, this is why I love doing the advice stuff. Now, one-on-one, asking me for advice, much less direct, much more interactive. But if you're interested in direct advice, hell yeah, reach out to me. Anyways, Nikki Connors. My husband is treating me like an ATM and refuses to work. Unfortunately, I have seen this a lot. I've seen family members go through this. I have gone through this. I have loved ones that have gone through this. I have friends that have gone through this. Ugh. I am a 34-year-old female, very young. My husband, 40 years old, male, still on the young side. We have been together since 2008, so we're looking at 17 years. Married, 16 years. I'll make this short and sweet. It's never short and sweet. I work 2 jobs as a nurse. Fuck. Nursing, rough job. He has not worked since 2014, so 6 years after you guys met, he just chose to not work. Worthless piece of shit. He has had a spinal fusion. He was released to work in 2018. Like I said, has not worked since 2014. Obviously, lame ass, worthless piece of shit, in a lot of pain, and for 4 years he was unable to work. Got it. Before you start shitting on Nikki Connors, you are working, busting your ass. It's going to cause resentment to your partner for not working. It's also going to cause your partner to feel very defensive and very insecure. And yes, at those ages and those genders, emasculated. He refuses to work because, I quote, "You make enough money for the both of us." Sounds very defensive. Very much a reaction of his insecurity. After paying bills, he will spend $100 on game currency. Not Fortnite. Don't know why that's important. Don't matter. Times are tight. You're working your ass off. And let me spend $100 on games. Shit on the PlayStation. My earnings are our money. Very familiar with this. I have worked multiple jobs to provide for people that aren't working themselves. And well, it's our money, but you're not working. They may not be bringing in a paycheck, but they are doing and providing for the family in ways that aren't paying. I know every situation's different, but that is definitely the situation I have been on Nikki's side of this. I have to ask for permission to spend my hard-earned money on myself. Damn it, I've been there so much. And I know I could read all of it and then give a big, broad answer, but I'm breaking it down piece by piece because you're not in the exact situation Nikki's in. You might not be the wife. You might be the husband. You might be the husband to a husband or the wife to a wife. All different, but all strikingly similar. I try. No, I do. Actually, on this, I can say I do I can confidently say I don't call it my earnings or my money. I have learned, not that well, but I'm getting there. Our money. And I will someday set aside a certain amount for me wasting. I have gotten better at setting aside bills that are mine. Because yes, your StreamYard prescription, your medical subscription, those are bills. If you set aside things that you spend on your mental health or within reason, your entertainment or your hobby or your something that is yours and it's important. It's a bill. But if you do that, then set aside something for your partner. I don't want to say an allowance, but an amount that you can consider a bill. And I know this doesn't change anything other than just the framing. 100 or more on game currency, not Fortnite, okay? Don't know why the game matters, but okay. Apparently it does in certain groups. So set aside, if you can, 100 on his game bill. And set aside 100 on your resin and UV bulb bill. Then you're not asking permission to spend your money on yourself, and you're not having to debate him on his $100 on video game crap. And the numbers could be different, and maybe you don't spend that much on resin. Fine. He spends $70 on a video game. You're only spending $20 on resin. Fine. $20 on resin and get a $20 subscription to one of those crafty fucking channels. Patreon subscribe and get private lessons. Whatever. The specifics doesn't matter. He refuses to work because you make enough money for the both of us. All right, well, that's a shitty answer. I also don't think that's the reason. Maybe after his injury, he's not able to work a job at the same level he was before, and he feels emasculated or humiliated working an entry-level job. Conversation could solve that. Oh, I get it. Yeah. You know what? You walk in there as a broken, worthless fucking cripple. And you do your job. You go home and just, man, they suck donkey balls. Man. I work that shitty job because I'm a worthless, broken cripple. Can't turn my head most of the time. Left arm doesn't go all the way up. Yep. Oh, and that leg randomly just whoop won't hold the weight. A little embarrassing, but very funny. And seriously, broken worthless cripple working at a fast food joint. Although Arby's isn't fast food. Arby's is a wonderful balance between fresh, well-made, high-quality food at fast food prices. You don't like Arby's? That's fine. But don't shit on it. Arby's is great. Fan-fucking-tastic. Might not be for you, but hey, I'm allergic to shrimp. I don't shit on Red Lobster. They're bankrupt. I do shit a little bit on Long John Silver's because I go and get my dad his fucking fish fillet meal with shrimp and extra tartar sauce packets, and then I specify every damn time Can we get some hush puppies on the side, separate from the food? They never do. So it's like, all right, my mom always gets like, well, these didn't touch. You can eat those. I'm sorry. We can go back. No, I can eat those. I always get sick. So yeah. Fuck you, Long Johns, but that's not related. It's all about swallow your pride, stand back, and laugh at the scenario. Demand respect. But sometimes you gotta take the shitty job and laugh at the scenario. And also, I truly believe you guys could talk about this and maybe, I'm guessing there's multiple other issues, but these are things that could handle that. 2 days ago, I told him I don't have enough money to let him spend. Emasculating, but yeah, totally fair. I'm busting my ass. We're struggling. You're not providing. He got mad, like acting like a spoiled child mad. Okay. Butthurt, defensive, emasculated dude is pretty close to a spoiled child mad. He has not spoken to me. I got very angry and told him to quit using me as a personal ATM and treat me like a wife. Okay. It's a bit, could be 100% accurate, but that's very blunt. But you clearly are frustrated and have been dealing with it for a bit. Treat me like a wife. If he doesn't want to work, then he can clean. Okay. That's a big ball drop. You are working. You are providing finances for the family. Okay. He's unable to spinal issue after 4 years, 4 or 5 years, he was able to return back to work. Hasn't yet. Now, his reason for not working is you make enough for the both of us. Okay. I stand by that's just being defensive and assuming he doesn't want to go into an entry-level job at a fast food joint. Try Arby's. not saying it's the best fast food joint to work. I'm just saying the food is great. And if you're a broken, worthless cripple, that's alright. Because you can be the slicer. You don't have to bend that much. You don't have to turn your head that much if you've got a broken neck. And the food is good. And let all those other fucking shitheads run around and this and that. You just fucking focus on that perfectly cooked roast beef. Make sure you control that slicer. See, you don't got to turn that much, and you got a spinal issue. I get it. You don't have to lift anything. Just turn that down, make sure it's all good, and put it on a scale. Make sure 3 ounces, 6 ounces, yeah. And just handle that meat like a boss. Oh yeah. Handle that meat. Measure that meat. Make sure that meat is, yeah, Arby's got the meat, but do you got the meat? Can you handle that meat? Can you make it? I'm partially hungry and partially making homoerotic statements. Seriously though, love me some Arby's. But yeah, quit using me as a personal ATM. Treat me like a wife. If he doesn't want to work, then he can clean. Okay. He's at home with the kids. By the way, I was a single dad. Home with the kids. It was so awesome in so many ways. And so fucking awful in so many ways. So yes, dudes out there like, oh, you're not working, you're just staying home taking care of the kids. I love staying home playing with the kids. Yes, you love staying home playing with the kids. It's awesome. Dude, it's awesome. There's other stuff related to being home with the kids. Now, kids go to school. I could fucking take a nap, relax, watch that fucking YouTube series I've been wanting to get caught up on, or I could clean the house because he's been at work all day. I'd like him to come home to a clean house. So I'm going to not use my time for myself. I'm going to clean the house. And then my husband will get home and can have a little time for myself while he plays with the kids. A large number of dudes and chicks are gonna see the issue on that one. I've been working all day. I come home. I just fucking want to watch one TV show without the kids climbing up my ass and without you bitching at me about cleaning. I was at work all day. And I have been dealing with the kids, and I had that one chance to fucking take for myself and chose to use that, clean the house, for you to come home. Also, fucking cook dinner. Yeah. And I'll admit, while cooking dinner, I was cleaning, trying to squeeze all my wifely duties in on that tiny bit of time I have so that I could take a nap. Or try to watch my show. Really fucked up. I have to choose one or the other. Now, who's the bad guy? Everyone. Everyone's the bad guy. Take a fucking moment to be like, dude, I know you work and doesn't matter what I'm doing. I want to acknowledge you work and your job sucks. And you come home and you just want an amount of time for yourself. I get that. But the kids would like a certain amount of time with you, and that certain amount of time coincides with a certain amount of time I would like to watch a show, do a thing, whatever. If you could balance work, sleep, spend time with kids, which is great. Not great when you gotta go on their schedule, but yeah. Also, kids, let's do this. Dad, not now. I got blah, blah, blah. Daddy, that's awesome. I don't want to do that. Can we do this instead? Dad, if you don't have to, play dolls. If you want to play some Roblox. Now, Dad's like, don't want to play dolls, but I would actually shockingly enjoy Roblox. Just never have time. So I don't have any of the cool stuff, but yeah, it is kind of cool to have your kid walk you through stuff and be like, hey, dad, right here. That's pretty cool. But I've got this much time and I schedule. I'm cool and have friends. I'm not a baby. I like my video games and I really love playing cards. Also, I really love playing cards. Not Go Fish. With a 7-year-old. And seriously, Roblox, pretty fucking cool. But I don't have the time to be a badass at it, and also kids don't play it like let me pop in on my lunch break and grab some ramen noodles. Hey, you want to play Roblox? I'll be home at 11 p.m. And yeah, you can't be up that late. Again, I am not implying this applies to you, Nikki Connors. Just a side topic on being a single dad with kids and being a dad that worked with a wife that did not, with kids. Being a dad that worked with a wife that worked with kids. I've not done the wife works, I'm home with the kids and don't work. But being the single dad that did the whole home stuff, and then while they were at school, worked, in all honesty, worked from home on a computer. Not the same as going to work, but yeah. But yes, so not the same scenario, but I can relate. Treat me like a wife. If you don't want to work, clean. That's fair. Communication, that would help it. I want to add that I also cook and clean the house. I am the breadwinner and the housewife. All right, so he's taking care of the kids, not cleaning, not cooking. Maybe he's overwhelmed with the kids. Got it. But that's why he should be like, hey, baby, why don't you play with the kids while I cook dinner? He could be like, hey, baby, kids spend all day making a giant mess, creating artwork for you. If you can spend some time with the kids talking about their artwork while I clean up the mess I made, and then we'll figure out dinner. But you clean the house, you cook the meals, and you work? What the fuck is he doing? Spending time with the kids, being overwhelmed. All right. Okay. How about you go get a part-time job, sir? And that money could pay for daycare. Yeah. He yelled some things I will not post here. Obviously, he called you a ad. He said the kids were... There's a possibility he even said about your... Awful. I ended up driving out of state to stay with my daddy. She said dad, but I do like it that when my daughters, they don't call me daddy. Alright, that's just weird and creepy. But when shit gets real and they're in a situation and they're like, hey dad, can you, and then sometimes like, thank you, daddy. I don't care how they are. It's like a 5-year-old going, I love you, daddy. Don't overuse that shit, though. Southern females in the U.S., they're like, daddy, daddy. No. That's way too close to, hi, Poppy. No. Daddy, if you are a grown adult, daddy is extra, I love you, And reminds me of, when you kissed my boo-boo on the knee. Stop overusing daddy. Alright? Dad. You have no idea how wonderful it is to be called Dad. Daddy is a extra special, like, you took care of me in this situation, like I fell off my bike and you caught me before it hit the ground. And then you kissed my fake boo-boo even though it never hit the ground. And I thought my boo-boo was on the wrong leg. And you remember that. And you're like, oh, Dad, thank you so much. I love you, Daddy. It's like, I love you, Dad. It's just, throat punch. But then, I love you, Daddy. That's like throat punch, and then after you're bending down, it's a chokehold. Seriously, kids. I ended up going out of state, stay with my daddy in this situation. My pop wanted to go to my place and give my husband a piece of his mind. Nope. My daddy wanted to fix that shit and teach that boy I want to know, what should I do? This man, this husband, this hubby is my first of everything. And I love him dearly. Please give me some advice. I have said a lot. Some applies to you, some doesn't. Obviously, we're not having a one-on-one conversation. So, broad topic. I will say this. If you scroll up, rewind a good amount of what I said was he feels emasculated. He feels ashamed. No one hooked him up with a job at Arby's. Dude, cripple at Arby's? Loved it. And we don't know if there are kids involved, the kids' ages, or how much those kids are. Taking up his time, how overwhelmed he is with the kids. I suspect there's a possible chance that young ladies have struggled with maintaining a home and providing to the kids what they think the kids need, and it's difficult to balance. Nikki Connors. Yes, Rambling Doc J rambled on a lot. But how much could have been prevented if you sat down and listened to each other's insecurities and feelings and honestly opened up? If you can't do that, then either someone's holding back, or you're not addressing the issue. So here's my drunken advice to Nikki Connors. Sit down with your husband/wife. Husband, yes. Watch this video. Each hold a notepad, and afterwards, trade notepads, and read each other's stuff. And I imagine most of it will be don't apply, don't apply. Why the fuck does he ramble on? And seriously, he's really, really attractive. Are you attracted to him? No, baby. I'm not attracted to him. I'm attracted to you. Or, you're attracted to him? No. I'm a heterosexual man. I'm attracted to you, baby. You're my wife. Yeah, I know, but I mean, doesn't he make you curious about being gay? Well, obviously. But I mean, doesn't he make you curious about cheating? Well, obviously. But we live each other and we would never. Right. But at least we're open and communicating. You can share the fact that everybody weirdly attracted to me. I don't know how. I don't know why. Hey, if you watch this video, you're weirdly attracted to me too. I know. No, you're not gonna find out. But you are curious. Anyways, I'm hitting my time limit. I rambled on and took a 12-minute video and made it an hour. Is it because I ramble, or is it because I'm skilled? Well, obviously it's one of those. And it's not because I'm skilled. I am pretty though, my mom told me.